I'm a working class lad from a small industrial town in the Black Country here in England. People like me, we were never meant to be WWE superstars.
We bring you the hate machine, the bomber, the bastard. We bring you the Chronicles of Dave Mastiff.
To Royal Albert Hall! Scrape him out of the This is where the stories roll. The Chronicles of Podcast.
Ladies and gents, theys and thems, this week we've decided to invite on the show a bastard, and I mean that in the best way. You know that me and Tom are big fans of the wonderful world of professional wrestling. This week's guest has performed for companies like Progress, TNA, World of Sport, WWE, and many more. He's here to talk all about his amazing career inside the ring and what he's doing now as a trainer for the future generation. He's the pride of the Black Country. He looks like he could probably lift a pub with one hand, and one of the few men to make a singlet look like a tactical threat. Everyone, put your hands together as we bring you the hate machine, the bomber, the bastard. We bring you the Chronicles of Dave Mastiff. Yeah.
That was a hell of an introduction.
Yeah.
Probably one of the finest I've ever had. So.
See, that's what I like to hear. For a man that gets introduced for a living, that is good. I like that.
I think the only thing you missed was he's big, he's bad. Ask your mom, he's probably your dad. But apart from that, spot on.
I'll take it. I can miss one. It's fine. I'm gutted the one that I missed, though, because that's fucking great.
It's not bad.
How's your personal Friday been, Dave? What have you been doing with yourself?
Oh, Friday's been it's been quite a hectic day, if I'm being perfectly honest. Busy stuff, work, and then picking up the kids because they've all broken up from school and stuff. And
of course.
Been to had a little visit to the physio this afternoon. Took my kid to his guitar lesson as well, so it's been a bit full on. And I've just got back from walking the doggos, and now I'm here with you guys. So.
Oh, bless you. Again, I even more appreciate that you're here then. It's just been stacked all day.
No rest for the wicked, is there?
True.
The face sat on the bed as well. It's like halfway through, he's going to go,
my stamina cannot be called into question. So.
So, Dave, how we like to start these things is take them right back to the start, back to the days of young Master Mastiff, you could say. What did you want to be when you were growing up? Has it always been wrestling since a very young age, or was it something completely different?
To be perfectly honest, in my wildest dreams, probably was a professional wrestler, going right back from when I first remember seeing it when I was, around 6 or 7 years of age. A few other things, fleeted into my head at times. So obviously, I think you grow up in England or Britain, then everybody wants, if you're a boy, everybody wants to be a footballer. But I was never built to be a footballer. So that was never going to happen. It was literally a pipe dream. As I was getting towards the end of leaving school, obviously wrestling was still my number one priority. That's what I thought, I remember obviously being a teenager, 14, 15, and I was watching Monday Night Raw on a Friday night, of course, because that's when we used to get it in the UK.
Got that.
10 till 12 on Sky Sports 3 or whatever. And then we won't say what comes on after the Raw goes off air, but you guys know. I remember sat there vividly, 15 years of age, and I always, wanted to be a wrestler, of course, but it never seemed a reality. It always seemed just a pipe dream. And for some reason that night when I was watching it, it just hit me that, the guys I was watching on screen were adults who probably had kids, married, all this kind of stuff, and that was their job. They travelled from town to town, and their job was to perform as pro wrestlers. And that's when the penny kind of dropped, and thought, well, if that guy can do it, then why can't I do it as an adult? That was probably the moment that turned my head fully, because I was starting to have desires to be a fighter pilot for the RAF, and that never happened because of this complete and utter wonderful blessed hell ride that is professional wrestling.
So how did you discover wrestling in the first place? Was it shown to you by like a family member or a friend, or was it just channel hopping?
To be perfectly honest, I couldn't pinpoint the exact moment, but I have a collection of memories from when I was a child, around about that 6 or 7 years of age kind of mark. And I remember I would have seen it on the holiday camp circuits. So the Haven holiday circuit. We used to go to Wales every year for a couple of weeks in a caravan, glory days. And I would have seen it on there firsthand, in person. And then obviously my parents, they ended up getting Sky TV. That would have been around the same kind of time, early 90s, when I was about 6 or 7. And I'm sure you used to get Superstars on Sky One or something like that. Saturday nights, I believe it was. And I think the mix of seeing those, so seeing it firsthand in person and then seeing it on TV, and obviously when you see it on TV, and it's this huge production from this American product with, with the muscles and the pyrotechnics, the big arenas, the outlandish gimmicks. It when you're a child, when you're that kind of age, it just captivates you. It sucks you in. Much like obviously if you look on obviously television now, the Gladiators has had a big comeback, and we're going back to the early 90s. The Gladiators was absolutely huge in the UK and the USA, and it was the same thing. It's a televised, sports manhood formula basically. Big, big muscly guys who are all jacked. Beautiful women, blonde hair and the tan, wild, over the top circus gimmicks, bright lights, flashing, pyrotechnics, and a bit of violence, a bit of physicality in there. It's the perfect concoction to turn any young boy's head.
100%, yeah. I was exactly the same as you. I can't remember how I discovered it, but when I saw it, I was like, this has just got everything. This is amazing.
100%, and it doesn't. Men are I believe, very kind of simple creatures. If I'm being perfectly honest, without diving too deep into psychology and things like that, we are very simple creatures, and those things that we see and we experience as children and young men, they only become amplified as we go through teenage years. So obviously with the rise of the Attitude Era and things like that, it was taking all the things that we'd had before and then just putting that teenage twist on it, with that, making it a little bit more violent, a little bit more extreme, pushing the boundaries of decency and morals and things like that. And it's kind of, I kind of grew up at the perfect time to have that kind of merriment with, pro wrestling and, being a teenage boy and growing up. So I guess it was just meant to be in many ways.
Do you remember, because obviously back in the 90s, British wrestling wasn't very big. There wasn't many places you could go and train or learn the skill, that sort of thing. But do you remember your first training session? Like what was the surprise about the reality of it?
So, you're looking at what it was like back then, and the scene in Britain had taken a huge downturn, really. There was, our top stars had left, whether they were in Germany or the US or Japan, or even doing, good things in the rest of Europe and the rest of the world. So there was a lack of stars here. There was still some good quality workers. There absolutely was 100%, but there wasn't a volume, and we lacked the razzmatazz and the sparkle that US wrestling had, and that's why that dominated our TV screens and world sport ultimately left. And it did have an impact on bringing new talent through. It was extremely difficult to get involved in the job. And when I began training, it was the only two places that were accessible to my knowledge were NWA Hammerlock down in Ashford, Kent, and there was the FWA school down in Portsmouth. And at 16 years of age, getting there wouldn't have been a thing for me from the Midlands, and it just so happens that one day I was at my local leisure centre, and I was playing squash with my older brother, and there was a poster on the wall for a wrestling school, and I just wrote the number down. I'll give the guy a call and said, is this legitimate? And he said yes. So I turned up on Sunday at that leisure centre, rolled out blue faded judo mats and a couple of crash pads, and got stuck in. I don't know if I'm not going to say I don't think it was easy, but the surprising element was it wasn't as tough as I thought it was going to be. In my own head, through reading books of other people and listening to those stories about how people were introduced to professional wrestling, and walking away with broken bones and beat up, and all these kind of things happening to them, being scurfed. I went into my first training session and I was very apprehensive because I thought I was going to get my legs broken or something, and honestly, it was absolutely nothing like that. It was tough physically, obviously, learning all the falls, all the bumps, and what have you, and the repetition of it. The repetition of it was something that you just can't replicate that. You're going from, unless you come from a martial arts background or a really tough physical background in terms of the sport you play, you can't replicate throwing yourself on the ground. And, and this wasn't some, beautifully constructed piece of engineering 20-foot ring. It was a sports hall with 1-inch judo mats rolled out on it. So it was, in reality, let's be real, it was stupid. But for me, there's nothing I wanted to be more than a professional wrestler. And I would have walked through fire to be a pro wrestler. And that sentiment stands to this day. I would do it exactly all over again without a second thought.
That's incredible. So I know you've also done like strongman and gymnastics and stuff like that. Was that before you went into wrestling, or was that something you build upon after the wrestling training?
Gymnastics was beforehand. I was a handy gymnast from about the age of 6 or 7. Something that I started doing in school, and then after school clubs, county level gymnastics, and kind of fell by the wayside as I got into secondary school. And from there, it was just the regular sports: football and rugby, basketball, things like that. Riding my bike, I was very much just a typical boy, as you guys can probably attest to. When I started wrestling, I had an interest in weight training as well. You don't grow up with 2 older brothers in the 90s without being exposed to and falling in love with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. And if what should a man be? Oh, one of those guys. That's what a man is, And nowadays that's old-fashioned and outdated and stuff like that. And whether you agree with that or not, that's perfectly fine. But to me, that was my definition of a man growing up. Yeah. So, start wrestling, get in the gym, start working out, start lifting weights, and the strongman stuff and powerlifting that just came as an evolution to my training in the gym. It was something that I enjoyed, so I started focusing on it just a little bit and started in some competitions as well for fun. I never wanted, I never had the desire or the goal of being the world's strongest man. But I liked testing myself. I liked pushing myself physically. I liked the feeling you get from, a new personal best, and not even that. Just the feeling that you get from pushing yourself to the absolute limit when you got 700-800 pounds on your back in a squat, and you've got to hit 2 reps this set, and that literally you've got to put yourself in a certain mindset, where you push yourself to those limits. And probably sometimes I push myself too far, and especially as I found later in my career when I was working with WWE and I'm working with like a world-class strength coach like Sean Hayes, and he's telling me, you need to keep your reps in the tank, make sure you got 2 in reserve. I'd never trained like that in my life. I spent 15, 20 years training. Leave something in reserve. No. When I go to the gym, I'll go to war and I'll drag myself back out afterwards. That's just what I thought it was. And that feeling of surrendering yourself physically in the gym to your absolute limits, that's something that, you've got to truly experience it to understand it. And, it's a great feeling. And the reward you get from it for knowing you can push those boundaries. And you'll probably see other people in other disciplines, things like, running, ultra marathons, things like that. The discipline and the way those people push themselves, it's all about mindset, and you've got to have something maybe slightly wrong with you. I don't know, or maybe something deep inside where you want to push that and you want to see what your potential is. So, and that's what it was for me. That was a way of tapping into that, I guess.
It shows like the determination as well, because it's not easy to get into the world of wrestling. So it shows you've got that mindset and that determination to be like, I've whatever it takes, I'll put it in. You've done that with gymnastics, bodybuilding, as you've said, not bodybuilding, powerlifting. Sorry, it shows that mentality, which gets you very far in life.
Yeah, I just think I never thought that something that was worth having and something good would ever be easy to accomplish. And I was always willing to work for it. I was always willing to push myself as hard as I physically could, mentally could, to get the desired outcome. And that's what, maybe that's lacking in, I'm not going to say today's world, but maybe there's a lack of that in certain people. And when when people aren't where they want to be in life, there can be a multitude of reasons for it. But at some point, there is an element of how much have you actually pushed yourself. And I knew what I wanted to be from an early age. I knew how radical that idea was, because if we're being realistic, I'm a working class lad from a small industrial town in the Black Country here in England. People like me, we were never meant to be WWE superstars. We aren't meant to do that. My dad was a panel beater. My brother's an accountant. My other brother's an engineer. My mom was a cleaner, for Christ's sakes. So that's what we were brought into. That's the kind of expectation for you. And I said, no, that's not what I want. I want something else. And that's not being disparaging or disrespectful to anybody who does any of those jobs. But I wanted something different for myself. And I knew that to get something so exceptional, I had to do exceptional things and try whatever way I could to make that happen for myself.
It's incredible. And it's all about mindset as well. You set yourself those goals. It's not that you're like, well, there's only a couple of schools. They're down south. There's nothing I can do about it. Well, I guess I better go and do what I call a normal person's job. You set your mind to this is what I'm going to do, and I'll do anything to get it.
Yeah, absolutely. There's the expression that gets thrown around where they say, whether you say you can or you can't, you're right.
Yeah.
So where did the name Mastiff come from? Because obviously it's not your birth surname, it's not your legal name. So where did the name Mastiff come from?
Yeah, so that came about from when I was in OVW in 2009. I went over there and I used to wrestle as Dave Morales. Again, that was just a name I threw out there half an hour before my first match. No real thought behind it or anything else like that. And that stuck for 6 or 7 years. And then when I went there, they said quite rightly, so we're in Louisville, Kentucky. There's a Hispanic population there, as there is in a lot of the United States, obviously. And they said, you don't look Hispanic. I said, well, no shit, Sherlock. They said, you need another name. And I went back to my apartment. I knew I was going to be on TV on the Wednesday. So I had a couple of days to come up with something. And I just kind of, just brainstormed with a couple of my mates and just came up with Mastiff, and nothing else seemed to fit any better. And so I just went with it, just rolled with it, and that was that.
I suppose, you're not really going to find a Hispanic person with a yam yam accent, so I think you probably were right to change it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not very tan naturally either, so my complexion's all wrong and my accent's all wrong. I was born in a different place, so I can't be that much of an imposter.
Okay. But obviously, we talked about your gymnastics background, your powerlifting background, that sort of thing. Did you account for that into your move set? Because obviously, you're very agile for a big man. Do you know what I mean? The stuff you can. I was watching some of your highlights, and I was just like, people like that your sort of size, like, aren't supposed to do things that you can do. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was again, it was something that I knew I could do, and I know I've got a good amount of agility, and I'm capable of doing all these things. So for me, it was just a case of thinking, well, this is a unique selling point for myself because I can do these things that other people my size can't. But I just I had to be careful and I had to pick and choose because if I go and do everything that I can possibly do, then once everybody's seen it all,
Yeah.
what else can I give them extra?
Yeah.
And on top of that, also if I'm doing a bunch of stuff that smaller guys are doing, then that's going to take away from them
Mm.
because that's their act.
Yeah.
So I picked a couple of things to show my agility and my athleticism, and I used them at certain points, at certain times in my career to make it a selling point for myself and to make myself stand out. That was purely it. So it was using the tools that I have to my advantage, to my best fit, to make myself unique and also to in a way I don't want to use the word revolutionize, but heavyweight wrestling in particular was always more of a, shall we say, more of a plodding type pace where
Mm.
it's very, very physical, a lot of heavy hitting and things like that. Whereas with myself, I sped things up a little bit, used a bit more agility. So there's a few different things that people used to see in there uh, compared with a regular heavyweight type match.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen anybody snap suplex Samoa Joe or try and German suplex Big Damo. So, that's unbelievable.
It's,
Light work.
it's funny you mentioned Big Damo. The first time I saw you was at an ICW event versus Big Damo in, I think it was the Academy 2 in Birmingham.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a coast to coast, and I think the ring moved about halfway across the room. I was like, fuck me, these two can move.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was a good night.
That was a great night.
Again, Damo's quality. He's big and strong. He's agile as well. So I think we've got a style that complement each other, and ultimately that leads to an entertaining bout for people to watch.
Yeah, it was great. That was my key memory from that night leaving was like, those two, fucking hell, that's incredible. But you're saying there about blending the strong and the athleticism. So is that where the Cannonball came from?
Uh, well, I think the Cannonball came from. I was always using a lariat like Stan Hansen. That was my finish predominantly, and a few other people had started doing something similar, and I just kind of felt like I wanted to change it up a little bit and do something different. And at the time, nobody was doing anything in the corner. It was it's an old Otto once move, Austrian guy, I believe, big guy, and he used to do the flip into the corner, squash people. So I did. It's not like I invented it. I certainly didn't, but I did it. I did it in a match. I think it was down in Sittingbourne for Rev Pro / IPW. I kind of did in there. Got a great reaction. It wasn't the finish, but it had a great reaction. And then speaking to some of the boys later on, and it was Nick Aldis, in fact, in fairness to him, he said that was incredible. That should be your finish from now on. And I said, well, I agree. The reaction was, phenomenal for it. So, I'll take that on board. And from now on, I've just started using that as my finish because it just seemed to match me in a better way, and it was different from what everyone else was doing.
That's awesome. It's such a great move. It's like I say, it's so powerful. It's so effective. It's like no one's getting up from that. Like,
Yeah, it plays to strengths, and um, it's very kind of relatable in many ways because a lot of the people, a lot of fans, they might not understand what it's like to be put in a sleeper hold or a sharpshooter, or they might not know what it's like to take a DDT or a pile driver. They've got no concept of that in the real world, um, and rightly so, because who does that? You know what I mean? Um, but there are certain, uh, should I say, there are certain things that you can relate to in life, and when something big and heavy squashes you, that hurts. So you can instantly relate to that. So it makes that connection with the crowd again, and that's why simple things like it. Everybody knows what it's like. Pretty much every man in the world knows what it's like to be kicked in the balls. Yeah,
unfortunately, yes.
yeah, exactly. Everybody knows what it's like. So therefore, when someone gets kicked in the nuts, everybody goes, "Oh no," they can relate. Whereas, you know, how many people have ever taken a Hurricane Rana? It
Well,
looks,
yeah, exactly.
yeah, it looks spectacular, but it doesn't have the same kind of impact because the people can't relate to it as much.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm going to start tangenting. So I'm just going to stop there.
We love tangents, Dave. Keep going.
But obviously, Tom alluded to it before. You've wrestled some huge names, like while working the Indies, like Samoa Joe, Bobby Lashley, Chris Masters, Kevin Steen, or Owens. The list is endless. When you're like working these people, are you like picking their brains, trying to add knowledge to your own, or is it just a case of let's go do our match? Don't want to bother him.
No, I think for me it was always double-sided because to me it was ultimately I'm turning up to work, I clock in, I do my job, I go home, you know. But in the process of doing that, I wanted to do it to the absolute best of my ability, and I wanted to get better. And there was always people who I could, take information from, or I could ask for advice, or even people just offering advice, and I'd always listen.
Mm.
And quite often you get a lot of good advice. Sometimes you get, and this is the thing, as you get more developed, as you get more experienced, as you become more polished as a performer, as a pro wrestler, there's going to be people giving you information, and you've got to be able to sift through it. You've got to be able to say, well, I understand what that person's saying, but is that applicable to me? And as you get more experienced and a better pro, then go, okay, yeah, that's good advice, but that's not applicable to me on this occasion. So I'll keep that to the side. That'll be something I can pass on to someone else who's relevant. Oh, that's good. You made that point. I'm going to take that on board. I'm going to use that next time. So it's always being open uh, to advice is the main thing, and when just the natural kind of process that you go through when you are working with these people is one where you will critique each other and feedback to each other, and that's how you learn. So it's an organic kind of process.
I love that because you hear like a lot of stories of wrestlers like picking each other's brains, and I've always wondered: is it a case of like you're asking questions, or is it just feedback, general conversation? You're picking things out, so it's interesting to hear things like this.
Well, it's all manner of things. Like you can sometimes you end up sat around someone, an old timer, and you just sit down and you just listen to them because what they're saying is brilliant.
Mm.
Other times, someone will see something that you do and they'll come over to you and say, hey, when you do this, maybe think about doing it this way or something like that, or or why did you do it that way? Explain to me. And you explain, and go, okay, that makes sense. That's good. And so and there are people you can just go up to and you can just say, what do you think about this? So it's a combination of all those things.
So obviously you came onto a lot of people's radars, I imagine, through the TNA British Boot Camp. How did you get involved in that?
So I think Jeremy Borash, who did a lot for TNA, now works for WWE. He was the guy behind British Boot Camp One. British Boot Camp One did really, really well, and the management of TNA really, really loved it. and they kind of said to JB, they said, "Right, this is your baby. You go and make it what you will." I'd made his acquaintance a little time before that. Um, Jeremy, to his credit, had quite a good, extensive knowledge of the British scene, and he contacted. I think he came to a show, maybe a Preston show, and he spoke to me about the concept and put the deal on the table for me. We spoke about it for 20 minutes or so, and I said, "Yeah, sounds good. Let me, let's crack on with it, basically." And from there, it kind of spiraled and said, "Come down to London to do this, and then once you've done that, we'll go to America and do this next thing, and then we'll have the live final, and from then on, we'll do the UK tour." And okay, great, sounds brilliant, and we just went from there.
What was it like with the six-sided ring? Was it more difficult to navigate than a normal ring?
No, not really, not for me. I've wrestled in a six-sided ring a few times before,
Okay.
as early as 2005, maybe. Down in Portsmouth, the FWA used to have one. There is differences. Obviously, the angle of the turnbuckles is more open, so
Yeah.
it's more of an obtuse angle. So if you climb the ropes, it's a little bit trickier. The ropes, because they're to get the ropes tighter, it's a different mechanism, so they tend to be harder to hit. But that doesn't really bother me. I never really hit the ropes lots and lots anyway, so it didn't really affect me too much. And then I think sometimes as well, to be perfectly honest, because of the way the ring's structured, it's a harder bump. But again, it's not. It wasn't night and day, so it didn't really affect me greatly, if I'm honest. The whole six-sided thing was it's a little hook, isn't it? You're channel hopping, and you see this hexagonal ring, and you go, "Oh, that's interesting." So
Yeah.
there's the hook, and then from there on, if the product's good, people stay and watch it.
So obviously British wrestling started to climb and rise again probably near to the end of the 2010s. Obviously Attack Pro got huge progress, got absolutely massive Rev Pro, and then NXT UK was born. So how did all that come about for you?
Oh well, that came about from World of Sport, basically. Um, the So I think really British wrestling started to boom around that 2012, 2013 kind of time.
Okay.
That's when it really started to pick up, and the scene got really strong. ITV wanted to bring back World of Sport, so I believe they went to a few shows in the Northwest, Preston and things like that. So they saw me there. They got in contact with me. When I received the email, I thought it was a rib, to be perfectly honest, because what interest has ITV got in professional wrestling?
Well, yeah.
So, but I gave them a number. They called me, and I went along with it, and it turned out to be legit, obviously. Um, and then obviously they detailed out what they wanted to do. Uh, we filmed the pilot. I think the pilot was pretty good, to be perfectly honest. Good production. Everybody worked really hard, um, and it did brilliant numbers as well. From what I recall, everybody was super happy with it, really happy with it. Um, and then they went from there to turning around and saying, "Well, no, we want to find a way to fund the series." Um, WWE's reaction to the pilot was to start signing a few people to these contracts. I'd had a call with someone at WWE not long after the pilot came out for World of Sport, and they asked about my contractual situation, and I said, "Well, I'm in this deal with them," and they said, "Okay, well, we'll stop talking to you because we don't want to get pulled over the coals for it." That's fair enough. ITV didn't want to fund the series themselves; they were trying to get sponsors, even though the numbers, like I said, the numbers were brilliant. So they lost momentum, and the and kind of went cold. So it was disappointing. And then we're talking maybe close on just over a year later, uh, ITV finally got some sponsors who were going to fund the series, and I think this was like April the year after, so about 14, 15 months afterwards. So ITV again called me and said, "It's happening. Can you come and meet me? Can you come and meet us on Friday in Manchester, the studios?" I said, "Yeah, no problem." So I went up, I spoke to ITV. Uh, they, they said all the right things, and they said, "Right, we'll send the contract." I said, "Perfect." They sent the contract over, and before the contract was got over, I had an email from someone saying, "Have you signed with World of Sport?" And I said, "No." They said, I said, "I got a verbal agreement, but nothing more." And I said, "Well, WWE want to speak to you." I said, "Okay, well, here's my number." And they said, "Okay, they'll call you Sunday." They called me on a Sunday. I had a 15, 20-minute chat with someone from the office, and I agreed to sign for WWE right there and then. And they sent me a provisional deal through via email the very next day. And I emailed ITV and explained all the reasons why I could no longer participate in the series. And I mean, I sent a really nice email. I was very professional, very honest. Not trying to, I wasn't trying to play one off against the other or anything like that.
No.
And ultimately, I got no response from that email. But they were, but they were devastated because we found out that about 6 or 7 of us had all done the exact same thing on that Monday. And ITV, the guys behind the wrestling at ITV named that Monday Black Monday because it kind of put the spanner in the works for them, obviously. And that's how NXT came about.
I mean, I imagine 14, 15-year-old you was like, holy shit, it's all come full circle.
Well, yeah, that was my goal when I started wrestling. I wanted to work for WWE. So, the offer they gave me was a decent offer. I was happy with that. And it was better than the offer that ITV was offering, which was ultimately the reason why I chose. And I obviously felt as well that WWE would be better trajectory for my career. And it was, there's nothing malicious about it or anything like that at all. And I really wanted the ITV series to do really well as well, because it'd be great for the British scene. It would be brilliant for my friends who were involved as well. So,
Even though it was here, was there still a bit of a culture shock working for an American company? Was it a very different way to how the indies worked?
Yeah, it was massively different. I mean, I've got a lot of experience dealing with Americans anyway, and visited the country numerous times.
Of course.
But to deal with, I can't think of the best way to put it, but it was very. I mean, like, yeah, if you could, however you think it is dealing with an American multi-billion-dollar corporation, that's exactly how it is. And there are certain things that we do over here that is completely lost on them. We kind of just went along for the ride. Okay, this is cool. Yeah, that's what we've got to do. You're paying us. We've got a contract with you, so yeah, that's cool. We'll do that. And some of the things that they do that we do, they just couldn't get their head around. There's certain words we use, certain attitudes we have. Very, very much like, I don't know, and it's probably still the same now, but there's very much that kind of like hustle culture, and like, oh, I'm going to be first in the building and last out. Well, you know what? Ultimately, that doesn't matter. It does not matter in the slightest. And I know that because I was always the first in the building. So, but it does not matter. So when you've got they want to scream from the rooftops about this, that, and the other, and all the hyperbole and stuff like that. And sometimes it's like, well, I'm just turning up to work.
Yeah.
This is my job. What do you want me to do? Like, you expect me to, we're going to an industrial unit in Enfield, North London, and you expect me to walk to the door and start like hooting and hollering and stuff like that. No, it ain't gonna happen. It's we're again, I'm a simple man. we're simple creatures. I'm just turning up to work. I'm going to do what you ask me to do to the best of my ability. Then I'll go home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's and there's just certain things like you think about. You think about like how leader of the free world, the USA, and stuff like that, and they've got to be at the forefront. They've got all this technology, all these HD cameras, and all this, that, and the other, and stuff like that. And then they turn around and go, "Yeah, we'll pay you by check." And what? What is this, 1986? Yeah, come on. So like, your money comes in because you're cashing checks. Well, there we go. So just little things like that. I was like, this is ridiculous. Just transfer the money electronically.
Yeah.
Come on.
Just put the
God
cash in an
almighty.
envelope, for fuck's sake.
Even that would have been easier and more simple. You know what I mean? But,
It's imagine probably like, okay.
okay, it is like, oh, you get your check and all that. So every week I wait for the mailman, and then I got to cash my check, and then I got to wait for it to clear, and so on. Okay,
Pain in the arse.
genuinely it was. So it was, and then like, oh, what if one of my checks don't turn up? Oh, well, you got to wait 2 weeks and then report it missing. Okay, so what am I going to do for 2 weeks? I mean, brilliant.
It makes me laugh to think that companies like B&M know how to pay their staff easier than the WWE.
Honestly.
But you say like you turning up first, leaving last. Of them. You obviously made an impression there. Undefeated for like 8 months, I believe it was. You had incredible matches there, especially like the takeovers of Eddie Dennis and Joe Coffey and things like that. Is there any like particular standout moments for yourself from your time in NXT?
Oh, quite a few. I mean, the first takeover was a great atmosphere, 100%. And for all the things I've just said there about the way, getting a check and stuff being archaic and whatnot, we were treated first class in so many ways. We were made to feel like we were a big deal and presented to the world like we were a big deal as well, which is, that is an absolute must. It's a necessity for running that kind of company and bringing stars through. So yeah, the first Blackpool was an incredible atmosphere. The Royal Albert Hall, the first shows we did was an incredible experience as well. Just that venue was absolutely iconic, beautiful venue, and just the kind of buzz of being on the bus for the first time and arriving at the venue suited up, and it was fantastic. My takeover match with Joe, that was really enjoyable as well. And just little things. I mean, like there's so many good memories and little things such as we used to wrestle the Download Festival, which is always great because we get to see the bands for free and stuff. We're in the artist village as well, just hanging out with people. These big rock stars and whatnot, and they'd always say, like we stayed off site obviously in the hotel, but they'd say, yeah, well, the last bus, the bus will leave at this time, so you get a chance to see the bands and stuff. And you get on the bus and you spent the weekend with 40, 50 of your mates, all experiencing the same thing who you've come up through the scene with. And you're on that bus, everybody's buzzing, and you got Robbie Brookstad at the front, like leading the choir kind of thing, and it's just a great time, a great thing to experience.
That's awesome. You mentioned Joe Coffey there. That's one that always bothered me when it came to normal NXT, like in America. Like he's so damn good. How did they not know what to do with those Gallus guys? That always bothered the living hell out of me.
So I mean, at the end of the day, the way professional wrestling works is ultimately it's who fancies you basically. If management like you, if they love you, they'll push you and they'll keep on pushing you and they'll keep on trying with you. And if the right people aren't 100% behind you, then you're not going to go as far. And that's not that's not something like pass the buck or anything like that.
No,
but
you're right.
It's the same as any kind of environment that you work in, whether you work in an office, whether you're a pro wrestler, whether you're a footballer. If management love you, then they're going to pull out the stops to promote you and push you and keep you happy. Whereas if you're not the favourite, then I'm not saying they're looking to get rid of you, but when the time comes, they'll move you on and they'll pick up the next shiny play toy.
But obviously, you were let go with the closure of NXT UK. Was it supposed to become NXT Europe or something like that? What was the story you were told?
So we were told that we were going to be rebranded as NXT Europe, and we had a big conference call. Oh, we're going to be rebranded NXT Europe. We'll call you all individually to tell you the plans, and then literally, we were given the lip service on the conference call about how great we all were and blah 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 stuff like that. And then over the next hour, everybody got a phone call saying, "Yeah, you sacked." So
Jesus.
yes, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
That would- obviously, I've just realised the time, so I know we're a bit pushed. But what did that NXT chapter mean to you personally? I know there was a promo you did where you said that your parents thought it was just a phase, and that sort of thing. But what did actually getting there mean to you personally?
I suppose in many ways it was the validation of the choices I've made as a human being, proving that I could do the things I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Not everybody can do it, but I said I was going to do it and I did. So I proved that to myself. I think ultimately, if I'm being to be brutally honest, I don't think it was that's the best way to put this.
Like the pinnacle sort of thing.
I mean, I just don't think that it got the most out of me. If I'm being
Okay.
perfectly honest, it was a
Yeah.
great platform. I had a lot of good matches and a lot of fun. Worked with a lot of great people, but ultimately, I don't think it maximised who I am.
Mm.
And whether that was because of me, whether that was because of the stories I wanted to tell, whether it was because of the show, it doesn't matter. But ultimately, I don't look back at it and think, oh, that was the best run of my career. They
Yeah.
were the best matches I ever had and stuff like that. I don't feel that way about it, and I feel like I had and I have still so much more to give.
Oddly enough, that led quite beautifully to my next question. I was going to say, what does the future look like for you? Because obviously, I know you're training people at AWW, God, that's hard to say, AWW in Dudley at the moment. Do you have plans to do more in the ring? Because I know you've not wrestled as much over the past couple of years.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm enjoying training people. I've always enjoyed training people and helping people. It's something that I find quite natural to do, and pretty much everybody in the Midlands has got my footprints on them, basically, shall we say, little fingerprints. You know, Pete, Tyler, Trent, Ashton Smith, the list goes on. I've had a hand in all of them, some more so than others. And I'm not going to take credit for anyone because that's not who I am. So I enjoy training people, but yeah, I mean, I'm open to do more shows, more bookings. There's still a couple of things I'd really like to do. Uh, I've obviously got other interests and focuses away from that, but if the right opportunity comes up, then I will definitely be taking it because I still feel there's more for me to do and more for me to give, and there's a lot of people I can help as well on the way.
Absolutely. Doing the Midlands proud, my friend. Doing the Midlands proud.
I hope so.
Before we do let you get out of here, if anyone's listening to this and they're watching, like, I like this guy, I'm going to go check out some of his stuff. What's a couple of your matches that you're most proud of that people should go and try and find?
Oh God. I don't know. I mean, I've, I've had over 2,500 matches.
Fair point.
Most of them aren't filmed. I've probably forgot so many of them. People, I mean, but people always talk to me whenever I come across them. They always talk to me against Kevin Owens at Preston, so that's out there on YouTube. Obviously, I've wrestled Samoa Joe a couple of times as well, so I believe that's out there as well. I hope there's a few of me and Rampage Brown as well. I think they'd be on Progress on Demand, so as well. God, I can't think. I mean, I don't just fall down the rabbit hole, I guess, and enjoy it. Yeah.
I love it. Absolutely incredible. Dave, before we let you go, any plugs, social medias, where can people find you out in the world?
I'm not the most active on them just because, well, spend enough time looking at screens, don't we?
That's so true.
But yeah, I'm on Twitter or whatever it's called now at Dave Mastiff, Instagram, real Dave Mastiff. I think that's about it. I occasionally post stuff. Who knows? Yeah, I'm very, very blasé about it, shall we say?
It's all good. Dave, thank you so much for your time, my friend. Massively appreciated, especially with the busy Friday that you've had. But have an absolutely glorious evening, and hopefully we'll catch up with you soon.
Lovely. Thanks, guys.
Take care, my friend.
Dave.
See you later.
See you later.
Take care. Bye-bye. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 199th edition. Jamie gave you a game show wave. I hope you've been game show waving still. That's a bit of a throwback for you. It's nice to be back at fucking home doing this.
I can imagine, yeah.
It's lovely to be finally back at home, getting to record back in my natural surroundings, my natural habitat.
Less zebra print.
I was granted the internet back, which has been fucking lovely, especially because my course starts tomorrow, so it's been quite nice.
Ooh, yes, good point.
But welcome to the 199th edition of the Chronicles of Podcast. Welcome to the Chronicles of the incredible Dave Mastiff. For those unaware, Dave is a British wrestler, formerly of TNA, NXT, and obviously the whole UK independent scene. He is one of the loveliest human beings I think you could ever possibly speak to, but just don't annoy him.
That's what I love about him. He's so lovely, but he looks like he could fucking destroy you with a poke.
Yeah,
and probably could.
Yeah, with a flick. Just be like, bye. I bet there is that. Letting all the air out your ass. You just like wafer thin and you just like float back down. This was our final interview of 2025 before we had our Christmas break. We recorded this in December of last year. So that sounds weird to say, but it's true. So hopefully we'll enjoy the Chronicles of Dave Mastiff. What an absolute hero. Hopefully have him back on the show because we had so much more to cover, but I only had very little time. Jamie, I have had to start. Well, I've managed to make my VR work. Okay. So I'm a twat. And basically I was doing loads of research and it kept saying about cameras for PlayStation for VR. And I was like, okay. When I was uploading, when the games have been played, it said, have you connected your camera? I'm like, I haven't got a fucking camera. So I got really confused. Ultimately, I bought myself a HD camera for PlayStation 5 off eBay, 65 quid. And I don't need it.
Oh.
What I was doing was I'd bought PlayStation VR PS4 games, which require the original version of the VR before they installed the cameras into the VR itself. What a twat. Yeah, I'm a moron. So I've now got a camera I didn't fucking need, a VR I could have used from day one.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
There we are.
And it's eBay as well, so it's not like you can go, oh, sorry, Amazon made a mistake. Can I send it back, please?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, fucking hell. Yes,
so I've now got a PS5 HD camera. If anyone wants a PS5 HD camera, hit me up. But I've started using VR, and I got a game called Swordsman, where you're a knight and you go and fight like the Jotun. You got to go and find them and kill them all. I've yet to even start said game because I literally headset on, game started, and it opens up in this big castle, and I was like, "This is fucking weird." But it was amazing. Literally looking all around me, and I was just in a castle. It was odd.
That's so cool.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm in my bedroom.
Yeah.
But to me, through visually, I wasn't in my bedroom, but I was stood in my room. It was really. I looked around. There was like a portal behind me and stuff. It was like moving through the castle. I'm like looking around at all the walls, and it was nuts.
How do you move around in these things? Because surely if you walked in real life, you're going to bump into things.
Sticks. You don't walk yourself. The sticks do it for you on the controllers. You know, the analog on a PlayStation controller or Xbox, the analog. That's how you move. But I did some sword fighting training. I was like, I need to learn how to play this because I ain't got a clue. What else blew my mind was when I picked my hands up to do stuff, I was wearing gloves, and I was like, what the fuck? I haven't got gloves on. And you could do this and everything. I was looking at it going, wow, hands. It was so weird. Like, and then if I moved my thumbs, the thumbs moved. And I was like, this is so weird. Like, it blew my mind. Like,
how does it know?
Like, it totally blew my mind. Like, massively blew my mind. Anyway, you then have to learn how to walk and rotate. Now, this is where it got horrible.
Oh, God.
So I started to walk and I was like, oh, this is a bit odd. Like, obviously, because I'm not moving, but the character is. So my feet aren't moving. But I was doing like, I was like leaning and then I was going, oh, God, like this is a bit. And then it said rotate twice. It's like, oh, you are joking, aren't you? So I was rotating and it's nice, smooth rotation. It didn't like go like jerky or anything. And I was like smoothly spinning around. And I was like, that was all right. Then a guy appears in front of you and you have to learn how to block and fight. Now, this was odd because this guy is literally coming towards me and I'm going, I feel like I want to tackle him. It was weird. I feel like I just wanted to like dive at him because he was literally coming towards me. I'm like, mate, fuck off. Like, you there, bastard. What you doing? Why are you step to me, bitch?
Very medieval. I like you getting his character.
Yeah. Did a couple of parries, and then I went, I don't think I feel very well. So I paused it, and I took the headset off, right? At this point, Jamie, I was facing my TV when I first started.
Yeah.
When I finished, I was over by the bed over there. And I was like, well, how the fuck have I got over here? It was so weird. But I have never known motion sickness like it.
Oh, dear.
Ever. It was horrible. I felt so sick all Monday night and all into Tuesday. It was awful.
So it's going to take some getting used to then.
Yeah, so I bought some motion sickness tablets.
That's a sign of getting old when you got to take motion sickness tablets to play VR.
Mind you, I played it last night and I was fine.
Okay, so at least they work.
So, yeah, but Monday night, oh my God.
That's so funny.
Oh, dude. It was just when I took the headset off and I was just over there facing the wall. I was like, how the fuck have I got here? Because I stood facing my screen.
That's really odd. Yeah, especially if you don't realise you've moved.
Yeah, I felt myself lean a couple of times because I was leaning in, like that was weird. Yeah. But I never felt my feet go, so it was odd.
That's very odd.
Yeah.
Have you watched any like TV on it yet? Because I remember you said that was why you wanted it.
Cinema. It's like a cinema screen.
That's so cool.
And if you literally check your surroundings, if I laid down and you go to check your surroundings, then you come out of the screen, it'll put the screen where you were looking. So I can literally lie on my bed and look up at a big cinema screen if I wanted to.
Nice.
That's weird though. I was watching The Simpsons on my back and I was like, this just feels odd because I'm not looking at the TV. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's
cool but weird.
It's so amazing. And you can make the screen larger and larger and larger, so it's like literally in front of you.
Oh, I really want one.
It's so good. I think it just takes your brain some time to adapt.
Yeah, I remember when I played Harrison's one, it took a bit of an adjustment period.
But I love how you actually made sure you said that properly. But yes, I've just finished downloading Resident Evil 4.
Oh, you're going to play a Resident Evil game on it. That should be interesting.
I finished 4 quite a few times, so I can't see. It's almost like I should know what's coming.
You know, you just jinxed yourself, right?
Touch wood. I hope they haven't changed the fucking game for VR specifically, the bastards. Could you imagine? But that's going to be weird, especially with the chainsaw guy running at you and stuff. You'd be like, oh, shit. Don't kill me, please.
They'll come to find you just in the corner of the room, rocking back and forth. The chainsaw man tried to get me.
Oh, Las Plagas are coming. Las Plagas are coming. All hail Lord Sadler. But Resident Evil 4, I've just completed it. 2 years that's taken me to kill that boss. I checked January 2024 was the last time I played it.
But I'm not surprised it took you 2 years if you've not played it.
And I was like, if it took me that long, that's what I mean. Is it taking me that long to kill the fucking? I could never kill him. And I did the classic. I'll give it one more go. I've got a show later. I'll give it one more go. If I don't do it, I'll turn it off. Beat him. I was like,
always the way. Always the way.
Anyway, I was walking through town yesterday, right? I was at work and I was going to town to get my lunch. And you know when people have got them tables in like arcades and like, oh, would you like to come do some of this? Or would you like to come and sign up for this club or this whatever's going on? We've got some paintballing or some archery or something. You know those sorts of things? It's like
Yeah.
paintballing. They've got the guns. Yeah. There was a karate class.
Okay.
Why do they dress up in the gear just to get you to sign up? I found that really weird. Like why in their white robes with the belt?
They think people are not going to believe them unless they wear the attire.
Oh, I generally am a grand master of karate. This is why I'm showing you. I'm actually here for karate, and the army guys have their army gear on. But
Even the paintball guys wear army gear for some fucking reason.
you don't see that. Well, it's say you don't see people want to do a Shakespeare class dressed as Shakespeare, do you? It's a fine summer's day. You get a quill and your own ink pot. How lovely! Yes, please come down to your own history lesson for Shakespeare, and we'll teach you how to talk like a twat. Yes.
To talk like a twat.
Paintballers, I feel, don't dress up in the fucking full gear, do they? With the helmet on and everything.
I'm pretty certain I have seen it.
Sorry, mate. You would absolutely call the paintball. You absolutely know it. Sorry, mate. What?
I
don't believe in God. Thank you.
Tell her I've seen them in the gear, but not the helmets. Like they've got the gun and the helmets on the table, and then
the guns will take. Yeah.
Even then, I'm amazed they get away with that. You know what people at police are like? They'll be like,
yeah. But
surprising.
Absolutely crazy, man. But yeah, I just thought I was like, why? Like, it's almost like he's going to kick his leg out and then sign a piece of paper with it. What? Like Salt Bay with a foot.
Amazing.
Salt Bay Roundhouse.
Just whapping his toes.
Yeah, weird. So weird. I was like, why are you just for the gear? We're going to believe you.
Apparently, some people won't.
Just some random dad. Oh no, my son's just signing up. I'm just stood here. Sorry.
Very, very odd people. I tried to think of some other versions of that now off the top of my head, but I'm coming up with nothing.
No, I think the only people, Sky people, obviously they're Sky, but they're selling Sky. So
yeah, they can't.
I'm really a dish. Are they really struggling for money that they have to put fucking people in an arcade to sell shit? Like, so odd.
I had someone yesterday when Becky popped out and they're like, could we interest you in signing up for EE? Already with them, love. What about EE Broadband? Already with you. Okay. She didn't know what to do with herself because we were already with them.
But why isn't it like, oh, fantastic, thank you, hooray?
It's like, oh, shit, that's one less commission for me.
Yeah, they have to hit their targets.
Pretty much. It's odd. And those sort of things, the things that was always blowing my mind, these sort of things, is if I wanted to sign up to this sort of thing, I'd do my research at home. I wouldn't just walk through a shopping centre and go, do you know what? I think I'll sign us up for a direct debit and a whole new thing at home that we didn't really need and didn't think about until right now.
I bet conservatory people, window people, and everything are gutted now that con artists. Then there's loads of scam calls now. I bet they're fucking heartbroken. They can't call people anymore.
Oh, it's the worst. I did that for a little while as well. It is the worst. I hated
for a while.
It. Yeah, it was like a couple of weeks. But because, one, I hated it, and two, I didn't get a single thing, so they let me go in. They were going to let me go anyway. So.
I'm going to say a couple of weeks. You're a much braver man than I. I lasted half a day.
Half a day? Is that something all people our age have done at one point, telesales?
I think it's because I was looking for it. I think it's like before I even started at Waitrose. This is like when I was 16, and I finished school, and my mate Tim was doing it. He was a magician randomly. I wonder what he's doing now. But he was intended. He's going to come work with me. I was like, yeah, go on then. And then I remember I talked to people. They're like, I don't want it. I was like, all right.
Yeah. It's like, how do you convince these people to buy Windows over the phone?
Yeah, if I gave a shit about Windows and conservatories, then maybe I'd give it a go. But because I don't really care or own my own house.
Because you know nothing about it. So you're like, are you interested in this? No. Okay, well, I can't sell you on the product because I don't know fuck all about it.
And it was like the middle of a fucking Tuesday afternoon being like, do you want a conservatory? Do you know what? Yes! I've been thinking about this. Yes, I do, you random person.
I just happen to have £6,000 aside for this.
I really fancy this. Yeah, I have no idea if you're any good, who you use. I have no clue. But yeah, go on then. I'll have a conservatory. Fuck it. Been waiting for them to put me washing anywhere.
So weird. So fucking weird. And so very British. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet no other country in the world. I don't know. I can't even think of anything funny to put
No,
in this.
I know. I just remember getting told off because I was doodling on the paper. I was like, no one's answering, and when they do, they just say no and hang up on me. I'm bored, right?
Do you know what is really grim? Yesterday, they started making one of our ladies call people up, being like, "Oh, did you not want any glasses?"
Oh no!
Oh God, awful.
What
Or,
a...
oh, I realised you didn't come back for your eye test with us. Why is that? Oh, grim.
Oh no!
Yeah, I hate it. Absolutely hate it. It's just utter greed, and it just sounds like begging.
It really does sound like
Yeah.
begging to leave people alone.
I
Fucking
know.
hell!
I was just like, is that not a massive waste of your time? And she's like, yep.
Oh, I bet she was hating life.
Yeah,
Oh.
she really, yeah. Every Tuesday she's got to do that. Grim.
Oh no! No! No!
I know.
No!
Yeah, I know, mate. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. But
Terrible.
last week, you told me you had shitloads of stuff to bring to the table.
I did. Well, I got two now because I've used one of them. Well, I was about to segue to it, weirdly enough. So you'd kind of beat me to it on that one. But I found another weird sport.
Oh no!
Weird.
I feel like we've completed this.
Oh no! And we're going to one of your favourite places in the world.
My home country.
We're going to Yorkshire.
Oh, we're going to Yorkshire. Okay.
Yes, because how many cities in Yorkshire can claim they host an annual World Championship? Not many, however, Wakefield does.
Right.
The village of Gawthorpe, because that's the name, plays host to the World Pole Carrying Championship.
Coal.
You have to carry a sack of coal over your shoulders for 1.1 kilometers. There's a children's race, a women's race, and a men's race. This happens every Easter Monday.
Interesting. I imagine because they can't burn fossil fuels anymore, the coal companies are like, well, we've got to do something with it. But we'll only do it in Gawthorpe. Fuck it. We won't go anywhere else. Go right by Wakefield.
It must be impressive, though, because I went on the official website of this championship because I wanted some more information. The current women's world record holder is Catherine Foley, who completed the run in 4 minutes 25 seconds in 2011. This record still has not been beaten. The men's is David Jones with a record of 4 minutes and 6 seconds, and that record has been held since 1995.
Bloody hell.
That's pretty impressive.
What a shit thing to bring to a first date, though. Oh, have you got any party tricks? Oh, actually, love, I'm world record order for carrying coal 1.1 kilometres running. 4 minutes, 6 seconds, mate. I'll get the bill, please.
I discovered this because I saw on social media one of the gladiators, like one of the new gladiators. Her name's gone out of my head right now. But her dad used to do it. And so she decided to do it as like a little homage thing to her dad. And she was like, this is actually a lot harder than it looks because of the bricks and stuff sticking in your back and you've got to carry it like lengthways across your back.
I thought it was coal.
The sack of coal. You've got to carry the sack.
You said bricks.
I mean, I couldn't think of, what do you call coal? It's not a watt of coal. What do you call it?
Isn't it a sack?
No, I mean like the actual things themselves.
Clump?
A clump of brick? I don't know.
Clump of coal, yeah.
Is it a clump? Okay, well, the clump. They're digging in your back and all this sort of stuff and you can't lean down. So apparently it's really a lot harder than it looks to do. So
can people compete from outside of Gawthorpe? Can it be anybody? Like,
I imagine so. It's a world championship, so surely it's a world championship. So people from all over the world must travel to Gawthorpe every Easter.
I've got a feeling it's just someone from the fucking local pub who was just like, you know what I mean? He was telling me, Barry, I swear to God, right? It was like, oh, can you carry a sack down your back? He's like, Santa's fucking got nothing on me. You know what I'll do? I'll fucking fill it full of coal rather than presents because I've been a naughty boy all my life. You know what I mean, Dave? You know what I mean? Actually, I might compete with you, Barry. I reckon I can hold world record. It is 1995 after all. I reckon I could beat world fucking record. And I reckon I can hold that for a 30-odd year.
Apparently, it's fucking impressive.
That sounds bloody champion, that, Dave. That sounds bloody champion.
But if you go to experiencewakefield.co.uk, applications are opening soon for 2026 if you want to get involved.
Don't tell me it's like number one on the fucking things to do in Gawthorpe.
It's probably the only thing to do in Cornwall. I've never even fucking heard of the place till now.
Do you know what? The amount of people that have never been north or have only been once and go, looks like bloody Emmerdale Farm everywhere you go. No, it fucking doesn't. It really does not. Jesus Christ.
Nowhere looks like Emmerdale Farm. It's fine. Oh. You know, like we like to talk about reboots and remakes and things like that.
Yeah.
Have you heard what they're bringing back? 2 days ago, this was officially announced on social media. The return of the Crystal Maze.
What, again?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. All it is a poster and it just says coming soon. So there's no details as to like who's doing it. But apparently it says the 19th, so we should find out some details very soon.
I wonder who's going to host that. Probably the fucking Rob Beckett or some fucking comedian out of nowhere for some reason.
Rob Beckett, Ramesh Ranganathan, it'll be someone like that, won't it? Because, you know...
It won't be Ramesh, he does Weakest Link. He can't do two.
Oh, yeah, he does do the Weakest Link, doesn't he?
You can't host two. He does the League of Their Own as well.
I remember I read a rumour not long ago. He was bringing back Art Attack, but apparently it was false. Because I almost brought it up and then I looked into it and I was like, it was fake and it was like, came out years ago.
Why would he be doing that?
I know, what a random person to pick for Art Attack.
You need to stop rehashing and come up with some original ideas like we keep saying.
Yeah, but yeah, apparently the Crystal Maze is back. I fucking loved the Crystal Maze when I was a kid.
They'll probably be fucking VR now. There'll be a futuristic will just be on VR. There'll be actually no rooms to go into or whatever. Left. The bridge, Barry, the bridge. I don't know, they keep shouting random stuff. It's like all those people that are screaming at you like, fucking shut up. Let me focus, yeah. Absolutely mental.
Really difficult brain teasers are what I need so I can focus. Is all my friends to be like, come on, Dave, through the window. That would really help me.
Yeah.
Fucking no wonder he got locked in. And
I used to love that show too. I was a massive Blockbusters fan, but I was like 3. I had no fucking clue.
Say, how did you know to play Blockbusters when you were 3?
I didn't. I just loved the concept of it all. I just loved it.
I tried to remember what the game actually was.
And the iconic theme song. So good. Yeah. But you literally had to go from either blue to blue, bottom top to bottom, or yellow, white to white, side by side, or might be the other way around or whatever. But that's how you did it. But you could block people out by getting a blockbuster, and that's sort of, that
was it. Yeah. Oh bloody hell! It's been so long since I watched that.
And Bob Holness was host. I used to absolutely love it. I had no idea what was going on. I was a fucking child, but I was obsessed.
I just fucking love me some Bob Holness.
I'd had my anoids taken out my nose. Is that the anoids had my nose were grommets in my ears when I was a kid, and there was a board game, and I was desperate. I could ask my dad to play it, and he went, "Well, you're not going to have a clue." And I was like, "I just want to play it." So I did. I sat on my bed. That was the one where he slept in the kids' playroom while watching Chucky, and saw the doll on the windowsill. I went, "Not for me." That's going straight off. No, I'm absolutely fine, thank you.
And before we bring Callum in, I don't suppose you've heard that we've been betrayed by a hero.
Betrayed by a hero?
One of the Power Rangers has turned bad. Have you heard about this?
What?
Yasutomo Ihara. He's a former actor for Kamen Rider and basically the source footage for Power Rangers Megaforce. Didn't leave the industry quietly. He used all his professional training to become one of Japan's most notorious cat burglars.
Okay.
Bastard. He trained for good and he used it for evil.
Why do they call the burglars cat burglars?
I don't know. I've always
because they're sneaky and quiet.
Possibly, but...
Reminds me of Simpsons. He used sneakers for sneaking.
I wore sneakers for sneaking.
Oh, so good.
But the police dubbed him Spider-Man because he didn't pick locks, he climbed walls, and then he used his immense upper body strength and balance to scale drain pipes and shimmy up telephone poles.
They got to pick a lane here. They got to pick a lane.
I know, right?
You can't say cat burglar and Spider-Man. You can't use both.
Plus, again, Spider-Man was a good guy here. Come on, surely there was a bad guy that had these skills. Let's just leave the heroes be heroes here.
I love the idea that he wants to be a Power Ranger, learn how to do it, and he's like, fucking amazing, I can rob everyone.
But he's been linked to 43 break-ins, stolen over 8 million yen in cash and valuables. But the horrible reason is why he did it. Because apparently, after a knee injury, he had to retire from stunt work. And so to make money, he just robbed people.
Brilliant.
And he was using that money to afford acting lessons to become a legitimate actor. So,
but any means necessary, I feel. This day and age, mate, it's dog eat dog at the moment.
It really is.
Whatever the fuck you want, yeah.
Or Power Ranger eat Spider-Man or whatever the fuck, I don't know. But yeah, can't trust them Power Rangers. Bastard. But, you know, good reasons. It's fine.
Well, Power Ranger.
Power Ranger.
One of them.
Just one.
Fucking plethora of them, yes.
There's so fucking many.
There's always one bad egg. It's like everyone, it goes tired, it goes, there's always a shithole every town you go to. I wonder if there's one place or one town or city that doesn't have a shithole in it.
Oh, there can't be anywhere. There's got to be. There can't be anywhere that doesn't have a shithole. Like, everywhere I'm thinking of has a shithole.
But how do you even know?
I don't. Well, you're right. It's first you don't really know. I've never been everywhere in the world, but
I remember work yesterday, and I went and got this patient. Didn't know he was a Welsh boy, right? And one of my colleagues had a fuckload of stuff in her arms, but I was not looking. I was just bombing downstairs while looking at his file, and I didn't see it. I was like, oh my! I almost wiped her out. I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, I apologize. And he was up the top and he'd seen her and gone, he goes, go on, the Scots won't let you through, but the Welsh will fucking look after you. And I went, right. Now. I was like, there's no need for that. And I was like, should we talk about the Six Nations? Should we talk about the rugby? He goes, now you be careful now, boy. And then we had a lot of banter back and forth. It was quite nice.
I like it.
I love moments like that where people are not wankers.
It's so rare these days.
Oh, it's so fucking rare. I had a guy Monday and he just stood there. And I was like, can I help you? And he went, well, I don't know because the lady who was here has walked away. I went, right, so you're not being seen to then? There's a massive queue of people. And I was like, what are you here for? And he went, test. Like, yeah, but what? Like, what? Why are you being so cryptic? Just tell me what you're fucking here for. Why are we doing this? So he told me his name, and I was like, oh, if you want to go, he goes, oh, are you ready for me, are you? I was going to sit over there. And I went, don't talk to me like a twat. I didn't say twat, obviously. I was like, don't talk to me like that. I went, just on you go. Just get out my face.
What a dickhead.
I know, it was just test. Like,
Test?
Yes, mate. All right. Don't speak to me like I'm a twat.
Here's a test. Who's in this shop right now is being a dickhead? Answer, you. Fuck off.
Who's not getting there? Test. And can fuck off out the shop right now. Bye-bye.
Fuck off Division Express, prick.
Yeah. Oh, that as well. Before Callum, like, have you got your prescription? Oh, well, I kind of went to Boots. Sorry. All right.
I don't care, look.
That's fine. It's allowed.
You're going to walk for the door and you hold your boots and go, get the fuck out of my shop, you bastard.
Just. Get out.
Piece of shit.
Oh, while Jamie's in agony, it's time for Callum's Treachings.
It's time for Callum's Treachings.
Jamie, Callum is back for another week to treat the world, the nation, the universe, and absolutely every fucker in this place, in here. So take off all your clothes. No, don't. What is Callum treating us this very week?
Ice cream was probably invented in the winter.
Short and sweet. I like it.
Okay. Why, though? Because surely it'd be invented in the summer?
But at the same time, I guess because of the cold. I'm saying that everyone's got freezers. I don't know when ice cream was invented.
Why would you make ice cream in the coldest time of the year? That makes no sense. Surely you'd make it in the warmest time of the year to cool you down.
I suppose depends on when it was invented, because they might not have had the technology available to make it in the summer?
Someone was eating fucking yellow snow and went, oh, so actually, wait a minute. Well, do you know what? We can make flavours out of this. We can actually we'll use some sort of creamy texture. Hang on, let me just use yellow. Now let's do white snow. Fucking, let me just jack in. There you go. It's creamy. It's cold. That sounds like we could use cream and make it iced cream. I don't know. Just people are obviously making snowballs and then just thought this is a really good idea.
Do you know what? I had while you were doing whatever the fuck you were just doing, I had a quick Google.
Or making jokes, or you're not fucking paying attention.
I was paying attention. I can multitask. I'm a man. Thank God Becky's not here to throw some at me and call me a liar. The origins of frozen desserts are obscure, although several accounts exist about their history. Some sources say the history of ice cream begins in Persia in 550 BC.
Oh, wow.
So must have been.
Mustard HP, which source was it?
Must have been.
No, you said some sources say. Which one is it?
Okay, I thought you said, because I said must have been.
No?
Okay, I'll let you off.
That's fine. That joke went straight over you. It was really fucking shit and you didn't even get it.
I thought you were going to say, it was really good. One of the best, and you didn't get it.
No, that's not one of my best. Jesus. That's about fucking 20 on the 100% jacometer.
So yeah, it must have been made in the winter weather.
Who would have thought of that before Christ as well?
Yeah, that means
he's not real. So I don't know why they fucking put that in front anyway. Do you know what I mean?
I want to know if they had ice cream at the Last Supper for dessert now.
Before cheesecake. Ice cream was before cheesecake. I love that things happen by accident sometimes, though. But it's got obviously. I don't think you ever hear of snow in winter in the Bibel.
No.
So was it invented then? Because apparently God's created everything, but it's not in there at all. It's always sand, deserts, and fucking camels, isn't it?
Donkeys,
that's it. Yeah. Interesting. I feel that would have been made in the summertime, though. But cream can't have been a thing back then. Did they milk cows back then?
Unless it was used literally with snow and ice and just added some flavour to it or some shit.
I don't really know. That's odd. That needs some more research, I feel.
Yeah, maybe. I'll put together a PowerPoint for next week with the history of ice cream.
Oh, yeah, please don't do that. God, we've only got 5 listeners as it is. We don't need to go down to 3.
Nah.
What else is Callum teaching us this week?
In movies and video games, anti-gravity seems to just have things floating around, but in actuality, anti-gravity would repel things.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah,
it would.
Yeah, they'd just go up.
That's a good point, actually.
That's a really good point.
I'm trying to think what games I don't really play many space. Oh, I do. Final Fantasy. But I don't really pay attention to things floating, I suppose. I'm more just the story arc than anything else.
Yeah.
I'm not really like, oh, well, when you go to like Comic-Cons, well, in your episode 3.426, I noticed that when you were actually gardening, that wasn't a mower you were using. That was literally a shark. And everybody noticed. So I don't know what part of a shark feels like they could mow grass, but it definitely wasn't this. I tell you, that was not a lawnmower. You tried really hard and you got a shark for some reason. Or a whole bag of piranhas.
It's whatever. I know exactly what he means, but I literally can't think of a single fucking example off the top of my head.
The only thing that comes to mind is a Simpsons episode where Homer goes to space. He's floating, eating on the crisps. And they crash into the ant's nest. And it's like, they just float, don't they? But then you watch actual space. You've actually seen actual videos on the news, and they don't repel to the top. They float. So surely the wording is incorrect rather than the actual thing itself.
But not zero gravity. He said anti-gravity, didn't they?
Yeah, is that they use zero gravity? Is that what they say?
Yeah. because there is no gravity in space. So anti-gravity pushes away instead of coming down. So yeah, he's right.
Oh, fair enough. I'm not a scientist. I mean, I don't pay much attention. I'm just more bothered about the story and killing shit.
Same, to be fair.
I don't want to rip things apart and be like, oh, yes, I found it in episode 16 of season 4. You were trying to climb the chimney because apparently you're Santa, but you kept missing out every house for a 5-mile radius for some weird ass reason. You didn't go next door. Odd. You know, and I feel that this is totally against the grain here. Yes, I've never had a wife. Or a girlfriend for that matter. Can you imagine? There's got to be people that sit there and critique. Critique every episode. I watched Keenan and Kel for the first time in years. Yes, Monday, and I was just sat there. I didn't laugh once, and I was like, I used to love this. Yeah.
Fucking hell. Saying that, I haven't watched it since a kid, so I might not find it even remotely funny now.
That's what I mean. Like they found these scratch and sniff comics that were worth like thousands, and then he couldn't stop scratching and sniffing it, and it destroyed them. And I was like, this isn't funny. It was really odd. I used to absolutely love this show.
Saying that, they were designed for children.
But were they?
Well, it's that weird age, wasn't it, Nickelodeon? Some of those sort of shows. It was like
It's
not
like
quite teenage, but not a child. Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's like almost like the prepubescent age, like sort of like later child, prepubescent, and then starting on teenage sort of era.
I think they call it preteen, but that just sounds odd and dirty to me. I don't know why.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh, love me a preteen.
Yeah, it just sounds wrong. Even though I don't mean it in the slightest in a wrong way, it just sounds wrong.
No, it sounds like a cream for rash. Oh, put some preteen on that. It looks a bit sore, that love. Oh, funny. I think it's also very close to creatine, so I don't know if that's maybe why. I don't know. That's why medical came into my head. But yes, and finally, Jamie Westwood, get yourself together, son. Jesus Christ. We're meant to be responsible adults here. What is Callum teaching us this week?
The letter W should be changed to the letter double V.
Yeah. 100 million%.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know why it was always a W, but it's not because the U. Obviously, I don't know why they. Who invented this?
I think it's a wonder because lowercase W's do look a bit like a W, but uppercase is clearly a double V.
But I always write in capital, so I haven't written in small for ever. School?
Do we hit an age where we do? Because I've done that more recently, over the past few years, and I'm like, why am I doing this? I don't know
writing in capitals.
Yeah.
I've done it forever. It just looks nicer.
Yeah, I think the same. I think it looks a lot nicer, but I don't know why I do it. I don't know when I started doing it. Very odd.
I just, I'm a fucking hipster, so I started it way before it was cool to do it. But it is a double V, yes. That maybe people would get confused. It's like those foreign alphabets that eliminate letters. Or have the same letter 3 times, like the Greek alphabet or whatever. You're like, why? Why are you making your life insanely hard?
But I suppose to them it isn't, is it? It's just compared to ours, it is. We like to make things easy, apparently.
Yeah, apparently, but we're one of the most spoken languages in the world.
That is true.
I don't know. It's like people looked at us and went, oh, we don't want to be like them fucking British people. Hell no, we're going to have our own. We'll fuck it up. We'll give ourselves 3 O's, but a line through one.
The Japanese just went, I got this. Symbols, baby.
Yeah, that makes no sense. I've had people sign at work sometimes for their kids' glasses and they do that. And I'm like, it's amazing. But what?
Japanese, and I think, is it Arabic? Where it's just like all like squiggly lines with dots. And I'm like, how do you read that?
Arabic write backwards.
Yes, they do, don't they? I forgot that. I'm like,
they write backwards.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I'd love to read. I'd love to be able to read some stuff it's completely different to how we do it.
It's bonkers, isn't it?
It'd be absolutely amazing. But it's what it is. But obviously, the Chinese read their newspapers down. I think in Asia, they read their newspapers downwards, not across. Yeah.
It's mad how other countries do things. But to them, it's normal. It's like,
Yeah.
it's just how we do shit.
We didn't really
Weird.
make it funny, did we? We just literally scientifically picked them apart.
And well, do we a little bit, but so I think we've just got more our minds blown by how different the world is.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Callum, mate. Oh, appreciate you massively, as always.
As always.
Jamie, how the fuck are you?
I'm all right. I'm a little bit fed up, but I'm all right. Other
Oh.
than that, yeah, just this fucking shoulder and neck and doctors. I've had enough. I've given up. It's just whatever. I'm going back to work, and not next week, the week after. I've given up.
Really?
Yeah, because I was supposed to have physio last Friday. Got cancelled because of the snow. And my plan was to speak to physio about going back to work. And because it got cancelled and it wasn't until the 5th February, my next appointment, they can't give me one till. So it's like, right, I'll phone I'll get a doctor's appointment and I'll do the same thing, but with them. Can you give me an assessment so I can go back to work? I literally said in my right, because on ours, you have to put like a note on the app and then they triage and call you or offer you a slot. So I went, before my sick note runs out, can I be seen so I can go back to work? They offered me an appointment in 3 weeks. So a week after my sick note runs out, cheers. And then Becky phoned them and put on the waterworks while I was doing the school run. Apparently she phoned, she was like, I'm really worried about his mental health. He's being stuck at home. He needs to be seen. I was like, fair play. Good Golden Globe acting. So she filled in another one for me on my behalf, saying all the details and really laying it on. And they just sent me another copy of my sick note. That wasn't what I asked for. So I was like, I fucking give up. I'm just not going to get seen.
Becky's there like, I got you more time off. That's not what I wanted, love.
Just want a doctor to look at my shoulder and my neck or whatever and go, right, I don't think going back to work is a good idea. Yes, you're fine to go back to work. That was all I wanted. I wanted medical sign off on it.
I think you just need to put your big boy pants on and just crack on.
That's what I'm doing. And if it gets worse,
Yeah,
then
like-
I'm fucked. But what can I do at this point? I'm just going to go back.
I don't think there's anything you can do.
I don't think it is, but if that is
Wait,
the
how
case and
long
this is
has
something
it
I've got to
gone
live
for?
with, then that's fine. But I want to know that this is something I've got to live with. You know
Why
what I
don't you
mean?
take the appointment in 3 weeks' time, but still go back anyway?
That's what I'm probably going to do. It's just infuriating. I asked for one before the end of my sick note so I can go back to work. And I know I'll send him one for the week after.
And maybe there wasn't any appointments.
Oh, I don't know. It's just fucking stupid. Stupid.
That's how I have to deal with it. And I go, I haven't got any appointments for your collection to this day. Well, I can't do that day. Okay, the day after. Well, I can't say this time. Well, no, because I would have said that been available, wouldn't I? You fucking twat. This is what's available. If you can't do that, just go for the day after or sometime after. Like, why has it got to be before? It makes no sense. People, man, I swear, because obviously people can get same day delivery now. They get same day, get everything same day. So now it's like, why can't I have them now?
I wasn't expecting same day, but come on.
No, but you know what I mean? It's just clearly there's no appointments for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Maybe that is the case. I don't know. Just irritating, but there we are. I've given up. But other than being a little bit fed up with it, I'm all right. How are you?
How long have you been off now?
4 months, roughly.
Oh, Jesus, dude. Almost half a year.
End of September, beginning of October, I think it was.
To me, it sounds like utter bliss. Granted, I'm in the house all the time, but at this current point in time, to me, that'd be bloody beautiful.
I'm not going to lie, there is part of me that does not want to go back.
No, I
But
can imagine.
I'm going to lose money soon. So I need to know what the fuck's going on because I go to half pay after 6 months. So, yeah. I just think,
enjoy the month, go back later.
I think I'm just going to have to go back and start looking for a new job because I can't do the job. Like, lifting shit kills me. Lifting my arms above my head hurts like fuck. I can't do the manual parts
That's
of my
what I'm
job
saying.
anymore.
You just have to you just have to live with it.
Yeah,
Just deal with it.
I think that's the plan now. Is what it is. But yeah.
But in answer to your question, I'm really tired. But I'm all right, thank you. Just been lots of Rihannaing. And my course starts tomorrow. Bought myself some beautiful new notebooks.
Oh, very nice.
In time. And I also bought myself some new glasses in time for it as well. Yeah, new prescription. So looking forward to them coming through, to which my mate was like, you don't need these, do you? You just a fashion statement. And I went, all right, mate, you got me. As a joke, Jamie.
Oh, okay. I thought someone was being a knob.
We're just messing. No, we're just having some fun.
I know what people can be like.
But he calls me a bigger Tom. And he goes, there's two things you know to know about Bigger Tom. One, he's called Tom. And 2, he is a big. Bloody love him. Absolutely love him.
Okay, that's brilliant.
He's also my supervisor for my DO course because he is a DO. So I'm very thankful and very grateful to him to have him on my team. But yeah, I'm just shattered, man. Obviously, I've been internetless for a week, so I am now 3 weeks behind on AEW. I went to watch New Year's Smash earlier because that's what I'm on, 1st of January, and it's Collision from last week. And I was like, what the fuck? I was getting so confused. I was like, So I've just decided to turn it off and I'll watch it legally online and then go back to watching it properly. I was like, this isn't Dynamite. It was so weird. It's almost like they've recorded over it. You know how I used to record over things on VHS? Baby's First Steps, turn it on, and it's like Backdoor Slut 7. You're like, oh shit.
Better.
Oh, do you remember when my little Tommy was, let's watch it back, love, let's watch it back. Bloody hell, I wouldn't remember that way. Jesus Christ, what the fuck's this? Why is he licking his asshole like that? Wait, I thought I was meant to watch Baby's First Steps. Oh, bollocks.
Yeah, they're right there on the screen. They're fucking huge.
Yeah. This is Daddy's first rim. Fucking hell. I put wrong tape in, Sharon. I'm so bloody sorry. No. Karen, leave it on, love. Leave it on. I love a bit of blue, mate. Love a bit of blue.
Love a bit of blue. All them blue movies. Fucking hell. I haven't heard of referred to as blue movies in about 20 years.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Back in my day. Kai J, what's been going on?
Not a massive amount. Loads of editing. Obviously, we've got a bit of a backlog. We've done quite well, so they're all edited and up ready. They're scheduled. I've been doing some of my paid work for Ben and for Jamie, so that's been getting all that done.
Oh, are they together?
No. I've got 2 different people.
Who's Jamie?
He does like Twitch gaming as Westernator 97. So I've been doing
cheating on me. Wait, he's called Jamie and his name is Westernator.
His name is Jamie West.
Fucking hell.
I know, right? I was like, this is weird as fuck. So yeah, that's a bit different doing things like that. But a bit of extra cash, which I'm saving up for driving lessons. So it's all good.
On me. Disgusting.
No one will ever replace you. Getting ready for the weekend because it's my dad's 60th birthday on Friday, so we're going up to Stoke on Saturday for a little family party thing.
The way you were saying that, I was like, oh my God, are you going to the motherland? And then you disappointed me with Stoke.
Yeah, I'm disappointed myself with Stoke, but it's where he lives, so I got to go there. So me, Becky, Olivia and Sam are going up for that for this weekend, which will be nice. Harrison and Alina can't make it. I went to go see the kids on Sunday, which was nice. Didn't really do a lot of shitty weather and stuff like that, so just hung out. Survivor Series wise, I'm on Survivor Series 1995 now, so I'm fully in the new generation where the 1-2-3 kid is now a member of the $1 Million Corporation, betraying Razor Ramon. Bastard. Oh, you didn't watch any of the new gen era, did you?
No.
Oh, it's a weird and wonderful time because it's like the people from the older generation are still hanging around, but like it's also transitioning, so it's really odd in places. But it's all right. It's quite fun. It's those early Survivor Series ones with like 5 random people versus 5 random people. I've also been reading. I said I was on last week's edition. Like one of my New Year's resolutions was to start reading, so I've finished my first book. So I'm going to start my second one soon. For Christmas, I got brought the box set of all 15 Wizard of Oz books. I've only ever read the first one, so I wanted to read the rest. So I'll finish the first one again. So very different to the film. Things in that I completely forgot. It's just been quite nice. Just chilling and reading. And yeah, it's pretty much about it, really. Not really.
You've missed a very vital. You had fucking snow days.
I did have snow days. Yes, we did have snow days. Yeah, so we built a snowman at the front with Olivia, which was quite fun. And yeah, I can never decide if I like the snow. I like the snow. I don't like the after snow. It's a pain in the arse.
The aftermath is horrendous, yeah.
Yeah, because this country just cannot deal with it.
No.
And really fucking hurt myself because I was walking and my right foot slipped. I didn't slip over, but it jolted my arm as my foot slipped. I was walking home. I was like,
put it back into place.
Like, that would be. Imagine if that happened. That would have been quite beautiful.
Hilarious. That'd be like the best story.
Oh, don't. Becky was watching like TikTok and this guy was on there. He's like, try these stretches if you suffered. She was like, he's got one here for shoulder pain. Why don't you try it? I was like, right, okay. So you put your hand out, you turn it round and you turn it diagonal and you look, bend it behind your back and lean over. I was like, I'll give this a try. It was the most painful thing I've ever done in my fucking life. And it did not help. Bastard. God, that hurt.
I wonder if you kept doing it, if maybe it would have.
Maybe. I was tempted to keep trying it, but my God, it hurts so much.
Yeah, maybe you need it.
Maybe it's one of those no pain, no gain situations. But yeah, you never know. But yeah.
I pulled my back picking a piece of paper off the floor on Saturday.
How?
And I started walking like a cat with Smarties tubes in its legs because the pain was horrific. It eased off and disappeared, but my God, all I did was bend down to pick a piece of paper up. That's it. But if my height plays against me.
That's quite impressive.
Yeah, thanks.
That's really quite impressive.
Bloody hurt. I think my back just went, and then went.
So, other than injuring yourself, what have you been up to?
I also did my shoulder blade as well.
Fucking hell.
My left shoulder blade. I was just leant on a desk, just chatting to Sue, one of my colleagues, and I just pushed myself off. And as I pushed myself off, my left shoulder blade just went, and then seized itself. And I was like, sounds like this. I have no idea what this is doing right now. Like, just, you know what I mean? And then Carol got her knuckles in, and I was like, oh, and then it just went, oh yes, darling. And then it started doing that stupid dance move that everyone does where they hold hands and go, I hate that shit. Oh, you're so fucking rad, boys. So fucking rad. Yeah, look the way I can make my arms like snakes to my shoulders. Yeah, boy. Yes, boy. You gonna head down the beach later and surf with Carl? Oh, yes, you know it, lad.
Oh.
I don't know what surfer names are. I've gotten so back into my favorite podcast ever, which is We Got the Chocolates. And I went back to 2023 where I'd stopped and I've carried on. And fuck me. I mean, I think I pissed off one of my Optoms, Karishma. She was sat next to me. I was eating blueberries and yogurt and listening, and I was laughing and eating at the same time. So I was probably but fuck, I was crying. So good. I've forgotten how amazing that podcast is.
I forgot all about them.
Yeah, just four mates to take the piss out of each other. It's fucking superb.
I wonder
it's
what
so
that feels
well
like.
done. What do you mean? Because I take the piss out of you every week. But it works, Jamie. It's not personal. It just works.
It does work, yeah. It does.
I've lost my train of thought. So I hurt myself twice at work. Listen to We Got the Chocks. I fucking love those boys. I'd love to get them on the show. But it also, listening to them made me want to go to Australia. Just listening was like, I really want to go to Australia. I'm 40 when the Rugby World Cup's on in Australia. And there's a slight part of me that's like, oh, maybe this is fate. Maybe it's just fantasy. I don't know why that was in my head. That's not even the lyrics to fucking Bohemian Rhapsody. That's made it up.
It's not what that was.
Yeah, weird. Anyway, let's move on. I think I'm getting like Tourette's going on right now. That's what Tourette's looks like. I've been re-entering, of course. I've been playing lots of VR. So Swordsman. I did buy one, which was like a supermarket. You're a CEO of a supermarket, but you fill shelves, you take deliveries, but you walk around the supermarket. But that is not smooth transition. That's jolty transition. That is not pleasant. So it goes like...
Weird game.
Like that. Huh?
What a weird game.
I know, but it was £3. I was like, fuck it. Just something... Because a lot of VR games are horror. And I'm not a big horror fan.
No.
And then I discovered the ultimate fucking VR game ever. NFL Pro.
Oh, dear.
You get to be a quarterback. And I was like, this looks sick. I've not played it yet. It's just downloaded with Resident Evil, so I'm going to play that tonight. So you play games, you have to like look for players that are open and throw that. Yeah, I'm so excited.
I'm wondering how many times you're going to punch something trying to throw the ball.
I've already punched this chair that I'm sat on once when I'm playing swordsman, when trying to parry somebody. Then I tried to attack him and I full on punched the chair and went, you fucking not meant to actually hurt me, prick. So I didn't think you could. So yeah, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Once you get into the whole motion side of things, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Because it's obviously it's virtual reality. It's a whole other world. But you actually feel like you're there. That's why Resident Evil is going to throw me, because it's going to actually feel like I'm fucking there. It's going to be like, oh mate, please put that chainsaw down. Please don't throw that axe at me. I promise I'll be good. I promise. Inject me with all the viruses you want. I don't care. I'll be your slave. So I've been doing that. Obviously, my DO course starts tomorrow. Like I said, I've been doing work for that. Bought my new notepads. I've got my timetable sat right there. Yeah, man. Like I feel like this should be a year. I don't know why. I feel like this should be a hell of a year. Me and Kelly went out for food last night. So her dad was like, "Do you fancy a carvery?" And I was like, "That sounds unbelievable." Yes, especially if I don't have to fucking pay for it.
It's always a bonus.
I love free food, man. So she said, "I'll pick you up and we'll go to the office where she cleans, so I can watch the playoffs, and I'll clean, and then we'll go to the carvery afterwards." I'll get to the playoffs in a minute, if I really want to fucking talk about it. So she went to the office. I watched the playoffs. We left. Now, before we turned into the road where the carvery is just further down, we were coming round towards the roundabout. She was talking away about something. As I was listening to her, I went, yeah, I looked at the front and saw the biggest fucking pothole you've ever seen in your life. And I was about to say, babe, pothole, as she went straight into it. Yeah. And the car went, and I was like, fucking hell. She went, is that the pothole? I was like, yes. Carried on with our day. Everything was fine. Went to the carvery. Nom, 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 nom. Delicious. She wasn't very well. Come out of the carvery, and I went, that tyre looks fucking weird. Flat.
Ah.
Yeah. And she was like, brilliant. Her brother and her dad and her granddad were part the other side. So I ran and just went and shouted her brother's name as loud as I could. He turned around and I went, get your dad. And then they all came round and they were filling the tyre, and you could hear at the back. And I was like, you fucking split that tyre. Holy shit.
That's impressive.
And mental. But she managed to get the car home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, managed to get the car home on 5 PSI or whatever it is. And got our tyre fixed today. But I literally, the third, I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
That would have killed me, probably.
Now, do I want to talk about the NFL playoffs?
I don't know, do you?
So, as you can all attend, those who watch it obviously know where this is going. For those who don't, the NFL playoffs start this weekend. Now, me and Jamie have both done our playoff predictions. Saturday, the Rams played the Panthers and the Bears played the Packers. We both were at 100%. We both went 2 for 2. We both had the Rams and we both had the Bears. So I was like, perfect. We're off to a flyer. Sunday rolls around. You get, who was the first fucking game? The Bills and the Jags. Unreal. I went for Buffalo. You went for Jacksonville. Jacksonville were defeated. 27-24. What a game, though. I had Buffalo. I just feel like Josh Allen's going to do it this year. I don't know why. The second game was the 49ers against the Eagles. Now, it's in Philadelphia, and obviously everyone thought, well, of course it's going to be the Eagles. You went for the Eagles, and I went for the Niners. I had this weird feeling that San Francisco were going to do it, and they fucking did. The San Francisco 49ers beat the Eagles in Philadelphia. Unreal, because their fans are fucking horrific. Offensively, they were terrible. And then the biggest pick where I looked at yours and went, why have you gone for LA Chargers? I have no idea. I know. They have no O-line left. They have no one left against the Patriots. Of course, the Patriots won 16-3. You went for the Chargers. I had the Patriots. You were 2 for 5. I was 5 for 5. And I was like, fucking hell, this is amazing. And it all came down to Monday night with the Houston Texans went to the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are obviously my team. Yeah. We never turned up.
Oh, that bad.
We lost 36.
Fuck.
We were shit. Defensively, we were fantastic because it was 7-6 until the fourth quarter.
Oh, okay.
And then it all fell We couldn't move the ball at all. We had hardly any offense. I think we had about 80 yards all game. And the defense were knackered because they've been on the field so much. All the takeaways, all the interceptions, the fumbles, everything. We were back. We were smashing them. Couldn't score.
Shit.
So Mike Tomlin has sadly stepped down as head coach after 19 years in charge. We are looking for our 4th head coach in our history.
Fucking hell.
History. 4th. History.
That's impressive.
No Pittsburgh coach has ever been fired. They've only ever stepped down.
Fucking hell.
And I think it's time for a change. So I'm very excited to see what's to come. Very excited to see what's to come.
The Steelers are out then. No Super Bowl for them.
No Super Bowl for us. I would really like... I think I'd like Josh Allen to win it. Buffalo. The Chiefs aren't there. The Eagles aren't there. So I'm not really stressed about who gets there now. I'm actually quite excited. I'm actually really looking forward to it. There's some juicy games this weekend though. So very much looking forward to the Rams against the Bears. I think that's going to be a great game. They're all going to be great games actually. Patriots, Texans, Buffalo against Denver, Broncos, Bills, San Francisco against Seattle, which is a divisional game as well. That's going to be mint. And Rams, Bears. It's going to be a great weekend for NFL. I'm very, very excited. So, yeah, and the Six Nations starts in 3 weeks.
Bloody hell. I'm loving this. I love that for you. As soon as one thing ends, another thing starts that you love. So it's always something on.
It's like fucking reality TV.
Yeah.
That seems to have shit come up every now and again. Is it Love Island All Stars? Some bullshit now.
What does that even mean?
I don't even know. Who's an all-star on fucking Love Island? Who shagged the most? I'm a fucking all-star, mate, because I've shagged 5 birds in it.
I don't even understand what Love Island is. So
no, yeah, who knows, man? Who knows?
Fuck knows.
Anyway, we, son, are all caught up.
We are indeed.
What is your single of the week this week?
My single of the week this week is an artist I've never heard of, featuring an artist who I very much like. So it is TX2 featuring Magnolia Park with their new single, Murder Scene. I'd be honest, I clicked on this because I saw Magnolia Park. Never heard of TX2 in my life. It played and I was like, this is fucking great. Yeah. This is just really damn good. I get this feeling something's going to happen with Magnolia Park. They're just going to blow up. They've got that steam behind them now. People are loving them. I get this feeling something's going to happen and they're going to be hitting all the big places. I don't know what it is. There's just something about them. They've got something. They're so good.
So my single of the week this week, I listened to quite a few. I listened to Elude with Vanth and Say We Can Fly with their brand new single With All of My Heart. Very EDM, very dubsteppy, didn't really attract. Braden's vocals obviously did. I obviously saw your one. I obviously found Go for Gold have released their brand new single Hold On. I love me some pop punk. That didn't really grab me either. And I've loved the stuff they've released recently. But my single of the week this week is the brand new single from Fire from the Gods, which is Human. Which is incredible. Now, I did see a news article stating that the singer was in trouble. I don't know if that's fake news or not. I didn't actually look into it properly. But anyway, if you love Skindred, you will love Fire from the Gods because they are a reggae metal band and they are phenomenal on so many levels. So if you haven't checked it out, please go check them out and go back and listen to their back catalogue because there's some absolute gold in those previous 2 albums. But very excited to see what's going to come from Fire from the Gods. Brand new single, Human. Get it on now.
I'll be honest, I'd never heard of them. So I listened to this when you sent it over earlier. Very good. Need to go back and check them out. Very
You really do. You really, I trust, I'll send you some stuff. You will fucking love it. They are great.
Very, very good.
Jamie.
Yes, sir.
Stab Tom's Journal.
Rate me, baby.
It's time for Tom's Journal.
Where
is my wife?
What's she doing?
She wants to see her friend before she be back on. And she knows I'm recording.
So, I am bringing to you a Just Eat review.
Okay.
Okay, so these Just Eat reviews were from 2015. It doesn't state where they're for, but I'll go from the bottom, work my way up, and as I get to the top, best review I think I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
This is 5 out of 6 stars from Chris. Set a new standard for me in kebab quality. Really great food. Only criticism is minimum order value of £15 and a £2 delivery charge.
Okay.
Okay.
Standard reviews, yeah.
Gemma on my birthday in 2015 gave it 6 out of 6 stars.
Okay.
Natalie 10 days later on the 22nd of June 2015 gave it 6 out of 6 stars. Nick chimes in. Nick gives his review of this kebab place. The delivery time, he gave 4 out of 6 stars. And he says the delivery time stated was between 45 to 60 minutes. But it was delivered to me within 25. This was a bit of an inconvenience as I was balls deep in my wife at the time. Oh, imagine being inconvenienced because you're fucking your wife. So good.
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, I love it. I love people that don't give a fuck and just want whatever they want.
At least they're honest.
I'm pretty sure it's my final Christmas entry ever of the year. I'm
This
pretty
is
sure.
ever.
Yeah, ever. Mary and Joseph. Oh, wow. Like, can't believe we just had this little baby. Incredible. Little drummer boy. Well, are you motherfuckers ready to rock?
I've never understood the little drummer boy tale. It's so fucking weird.
So made up.
This baby needs to sleep. He's just been born. Right, I got you. Doing that.
Did you know you can stick the word absolute in front of literally any noun and make a top-notch insult? You absolute potato.
Oh, I miss those days. I feel like it was that peak time where everyone was just anything with absolute at the start, like you say.
Yeah, it was that. I was like, oh, my mum was painting the garden fence. I go, you are a garden fence. Yeah, that was another one.
I wonder if anyone was actually ever offended by any of this.
Yeah, but it's just funny though, isn't it?
You absolute lawnmower.
Tell a lie. This is my last Christmas entry. Sorry.
Okay.
Forgive me. Sorry.
Someone's on the naughty list.
I've just been kicked out of the house. The whole family are crying and I've ruined Christmas. Apparently, shouting cheating little slag at your 12-year-old cousin over a game of Monopoly is bang out of order.
I mean, with how competitive that game can get, I'm not surprised. Some people take the game so seriously.
Oh, Jamie, I started crying in the dining hall because I was laughing so hard after remembering what Scooby-Doo's real name is. Scoobert Doobert.
Oh my god, please tell me that's true. I need to know. That's fucking incredible.
Does your boss do it? My boss does this. I fucking hate it. Boss, it's Sunday fun day. Oh, me. Boss, I've got a rhyme for you. Boss, all right. Me, shut the fuck up.
I mean, my boss can't do that because he never works weekends. But I have had bosses that have done that, and yes, you just want to kick them. I'm like, I'm at work on a weekend. Now. Fuck off.
Yeah. Oh, it's Marvelous Monday, everybody. Oh
no!
I swear to Christ.
No one can try and turn Monday into a positive. Get lost.
Timothy Chalamet is the brand new Benedict Cumberbatch, in the sense that you could say anything, and we know exactly who you mean. Tiffany Chevrolet, Timpagnos Charlemagne, Symphony Cabernet, Jiminy Castaway. This is gold. Somebody was complaining about their upstairs neighbours on a thread. And this is great. So I remember my first apartment had this beautiful gay couple living upstairs. They didn't get after it much, but it was so loud when they did. I'm talking an hour straight every time. This dude's dick must double as a metronome. That's how his timing was, and it was directly above my bed. I must admit, I was chronically single at the time, and I may have once or twice heard them getting after it and played along. Weird, but hey, if you're going to loudly fuck, I'm going to listen. A couple months later, they invited me over for a drink. Found out they had their laundry machine right above my bed. Turns out, they were just platonic roommates. I was jerking off to their washing machine. Oh,
Whatever floats your boat, you know.
imagine admitting that. I was thinking, I know what's going to make everybody laugh.
Why would you make that in public on social media anywhere? Just why? That's going to be so awkward just looking at a washing machine and going, I've done some terrible things thinking about you.
I wonder if your brain's going to go where mine did for this next entry.
Okay.
All right. I'm really intrigued.
Okay.
I'm getting really fed up with people complaining about the price of things now. £6 for a glass of wine, £5 for a pint of beer, £3 for car parking. Any more complaints, I'm going to stop inviting everybody around my house.
I get the feeling we went the same place.
50p for
50p
chips.
for chips. That's exactly what I was about to say.
Oh,
It's okay, they don't listen.
no. No. But no sport does hype like the darts do. The build-up is all like, here he is, they call him Razmataz, and a plumber from Latvia walks out.
They hype him up to be the greatest thing on fucking earth. And they say, Dave from down the road with his beer belly hanging out walks out.
Yeah.
He's the fucking king of the world.
Being boiled alive in a witch's soup. Witch smacking with her broom. Stop eating all the potatoes. Oh,
I mean, if you're going to be sat there with some potatoes, you might as well eat them. Why not?
exactly.
They're fucking
Exactly.
wonderful.
They are absolutely glorious. Listen to my husband explain to the dog that he just wants to watch the end of his film and then he'll walk him. Well, he's fucked up there, hasn't he? Just said the word walk and now he's not watching the end of the film.
I do love the fact that dogs have this ability to just hear that word.
Yeah.
It's so weird. You can say anything to them, they're like oblivious, but that one fucking word,
Yeah.
they know that one.
And finally, on the theme of dogs, if my dog stretches and you don't say big stretch, you can get the fuck out of my house. Because that was another edition of Tom's Journal.
It's things where you think you're the only person that does it, and then you find out everyone does it.
Don't you think that's so weird how you think you invent things or you think you've thought of the best thing ever, but everybody else has done the same thing?
Yeah, it's odd. And it's things like that. You say things like, oh, I just instinctively say it, and you're like, everyone says this, but I don't remember hearing anyone else say this.
No.
I'm very confused right now.
Brilliant.
You have got to say it, because, you know, it's a big stretch.
It's about getting into schools and talking to young people because, you know, I know that people can change. And it's about talking to people and getting them to understand and perhaps step back from violence and prejudice and whatever. And we just need to work together and keep on the good fight there.
Absolutely. Hey there, guys. We are ecstatically happy to announce that we are associated with the Sophie Lancaster Foundation.
The times are changing, and with the unfortunate death of Sophie, those changes have made a massive impact for the future. If Sophie was with us still today, I can guarantee what you are doing will still be reaching so many lives of young teenagers, young adults, and those who wish to be as different as possible. So thank you very much.
To find out more about this incredible foundation and all the work they do, and more importantly, how you can help, head on over to www.sophielancasterfoundation.com. Mr. Stevens. Mr. Stevens. One answer.
Din, din, din. Time to participate. Boom, boom, boom. Time to participate. It's time to answer. Time to answer. Time to answer, Jamie. Boom, boom, boom. It's time to participate.
I like that. That was good. It's time to participate with me. Come now and answer my weekly question.
Yeah.
Yeah, nailed it for once. I just needed a bit of heart. That was all it was.
We're done. Show's over. See you later.
Can't be topped.
Never. Din, din, din. Time to answer, Jamie. Bum, bum, bum. It's time to answer, Jamie. You're a motherfucker. You're a motherfucker. It's time to answer, Jamie. Boom, boom, boom. Participate, bitch.
Jamie's audience participation time. Oh!
This week, I said, time to bring back a classic audience challenge from the past. Everyone loves a Netflix documentary, so what if there was one about you? So with that in mind, if there was a documentary made about you, what would it be called? What say you, Mr. Stevens? Do you come up with anything for this?
I did. I was thinking either Lost Scott or I was thinking around the country moving around the country, moving every 6 months or something like that. Moving around the country. Yeah.
I like that. Lost Scott's good. I like that as well. That's really good.
Oh, thank you very much. This is the first thing that came to my head. And I was trying to think of because how much I move all the time. I thought that would be funnier.
That also works. I like that one.
Yeah.
I couldn't really think of anything for this. Everyone's was really miserable, so I was trying to come up with something happy, and nothing sounded right. I just couldn't think of anything. Maybe I'll get some inspiration as we're going through these.
Or you could say
he's got one.
The Scot that lives in England, formerly of Wales, with Irish mates or Irish friends or something like that. Yeah. I don't know. Something like that anyway.
Let's get some audience answers. Kelly Clayton, I cheated and asked ChatGPT, and all it could give me was more horses than humans, which just makes me think of the White Zombie song. A life in stripes, horses, dogs, and home, or hooves, paws, and a bit of sass. The last one's good. I like that one. Ben Garbutt from Absolute Bedlam says the Benjapedia. I like that one. That's good. Howl's Beard. The Life and Times of a Millennial, as played by Steve Buscemi.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm not sure why Steve Buscemi's getting involved, but I like it. Why not? This is where we start to get incredibly miserable. Every answer's just miserable. Broom, broom, broom. The doormat who never learned.
Bless him.
Stacey Morris. I once had a wee in a cat litter and it didn't get much better from there.
What? I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Stacey's an old friend of mine, and on my 16th birthday party, everyone was a bit intoxicated and the toilet was being used. She was desperate, so she just squatted over the cat litter tray. Fair play. You know, it's quite ingenious when you think about it. I was quite impressed. Michael Harder, sexual frustration. I knew it'd be sexual related as soon as I saw Mike commented. Mali Malpass, up and down like the Assyrian Empire. I'll be honest, I don't understand that one.
Is it Assyrian?
Maybe it's Assyrian. I don't know. I didn't get that one. Ruby Gore, fuck's sake, what now? Matt Rose, why, just why? The first lines will be, in the beginning, Matt was created. This had made a lot of people very angry and been widely regarded as a bad move. No, Matt, you're wonderful. Laurie Jean, what the fuck is going on? Like I said, everyone's fucking miserable. Claire Jones, the defective. To be fair, she doesn't need to live in a bubble. Becky Westwood, for fuck's sake, Becky, the series of ankle twisting. Yeah, that works. That would work. I think she twists her ankle at least once a year. Mark McKay, so near yet so far.
There's a lot of hand motion going on here.
I don't know why. I just feel like they need to add a bit of drama and a bit of flair. My mother got involved. Debbie Meyer. Well, that didn't quite go to plan.
Nice. That's genius.
That was really good. I really like that one. Darren Stevens. Your dad's getting involved. Shovels, shells, and sleeper rails. Chronicles of Controlled Chaos. I mean, he got Chronicles in there, so he's getting points.
So good. He should have gone last.
Joe Smith. What a fucking palaver. Just getting the word palaver in there is great. Malu will pass yet again. 76 till now. The what the fuck he is. I really like that one. I'll give you a couple more. Graham Arnold. I like the fact he's given us choices. If the rest of my life goes well, love, death, and cronuts. The Graham Arnold story. If the rest of my life goes completely off the rails, chaos, mayhem, and murder. The truth behind Graham Arnold, the Reaver of Skeg Vegas. Skeg Vegas, fucking great. And last but not least, it's the legend himself, Ryan Williams. I have actually thought about this a little too much, which I'm pretty certain he says every week. So, especially recently. So here are some ideas. Some ramblings of an old stoner. Cancel this, the confession of a former asshole. Are you going to drink that? The confessions of a former alcoholic. I forgot what I was about to say. The ramblings of an old stoner. And chaos, coffee, and heartache. How to survive the life of Ryan Williams. We love you, Ryan.
Nice. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you to everyone that participated in Jamie's challenge this week. We appreciate the ass out of it massively.
We really
so
do.
Thank you so much. That everyone participated on the weekly as well. So thank you so much to everyone that joined in this week, last week, every month, last year, whatever. We appreciate the ass out of it. If you want to find the other 198 editions of the Chronicles of Podcast, you can find us all over social media at TCO Pod. That's Facebook, LinkedIn, Spotify, fucking Facebook, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all those good things. Instagram +1. Yeah. We're all over them at TCO Pod, and come and subscribe on YouTube at the Chronicles of Podcast. So hit the bell to get notified new videos released and comment to your heart's content. All social media at TCO Pod. Subscribe on YouTube at the Chronicles of Podcast. Listen all over Spotify, Heart FM, Global Radio, I don't know, Lidl Radio, wherever the fuck you listen to. Find the Chronicles of Podcast there, right there. All right? And you'll find us wherever. Jamie's got some shit to say anyway, so I'll shut the fuck up.
Is Instagram +1 where they just repeat your feed again an hour later?
Yeah.
It's like E4 +1. Before we get out of here, I want to say a massive thank you to a couple of our friends. I want you to go and check out all the wonderful, wonderful workings of Mr. Braden Barry, whether that be his Amber Forest podcast, his beautiful music under Say We Can Fly, his Anxious Ghost merch store, or his incredible upcoming horror anthology, Farlight. Go check it out on Instagram at Farlight Movie. And of course, we have to say a massive thank you to the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, who are stamping out prejudice, hatred, and intolerance everywhere, and I mean everywhere. If you are not familiar with Sophie's story, I want you to head over to sophielancasterfoundation.com. Familiarize yourself with that story. And while you're there, see what you can do to help. Whether you are sharing that story, buying some merchandise, checking out all the incredible articles and things that you can do to help. It's such an important story that is just as important now as it ever has been, where people of the world are being treated differently simply because the music they listen to, the way they dress, whatever it may be. So help us, help them. And last but not least, a massive thank you to my beautiful co-host right there.
Appreciate you massively, my friend. Thank you so much. Another wonderful edition in the bag.
Another wonderful edition indeed.
And right back at you. Thank you for doing this with me on the weekly. It's graciously appreciated. I can't believe it's edition 200 next week. 200. All this bullshit and rambling of bollocks that's been going on for the last 200 editions. Insane. So hopefully you're all going to stick around for that bad boy. it's just going to be the same as any other edition. So, but as for this week, before we go, Dave, thank you so much for taking the time to sit and chat. It was massively appreciated. Love hearing all your stories. And hopefully we will catch up with you once again sometime soon. Hopefully you all enjoyed the Chronicles of Dave Mastiff. If you haven't, go and check out right fucking now. As for this week, we will see you all next week for edition 200 for the Chronicles of Scott Gessler.
Goodbye, everybody.
Ta-ta. Bye.